Right. You're right. Sorry about that. Yeah. You're right. Brain fart. My bad. My bad.
No worries, man. Well, do you have anything else you want to share with us?
Um, I'm not really a good debater, obviously, but Dean, you're cool as fuck. Even though I kind of don't agree with everything you're about, but you stand on your word and you know how to explain yourself, and I respect that, my man.
Well, I appreciate you for joining up, Colin. We're
All
going to
right,
go to move on to the next guest. So, you guys, I am looking at my computer and it is showing that like my everything to do with the audio is just fine. Like even on OBS, it literally like I could look at the levels and it literally says that like all of the audio is working just fine. But hop in that queue if you voted for Trump. I'm still obviously trying to figure this out. I have like no clue why. Monitor only, monitor off, maybe? Maybe I need to turn the audio monitoring off. What's up? Did you vote for Trump?
Trump 2024. Of course, I voted for Trump.
Okay. Yeah, it's working. What should be working on my other end as well? Okay, awesome, man. Just give me one moment. I'm just
Take your
trying to figure
time.
something out on my end real quick. Um, and I don't know why this isn't working. So Theodore, go ahead and tell us why you voted for Trump.
Because Trump is the GOAT.
Trump is a go. Okay, so why is Trump the go?
Because, bro, he said he was gonna fix every problem with the U.S.
Ah, okay. So what problems has he fixed so far?
I mean, he's taking the illegals out.
Oh,
He,
mass deportation of undocumented migrants.
I mean, that's not the only reason I voted for him. I just
Okay,
didn't
so
want open
I
border.
actually I actually disagree. Oh, wait, do you think that Biden and Harris opened the border?
Why'd you get so excited? They just left it. I mean, there was just no punishment for crossing.
Okay, so which one is it? Did they open the border or did they leave the border as it was? Because if
I
they left
mean,
the
it was.
borders as it was, that just means they left the border to as it was under Trump's administration, meaning that Trump opened the border.
It was basically open, bro. Anybody that wanted to come could come.
So how did they open it? What policy did the Biden Harris
Like it's
administration pass that opened the border? Alice
they
didn't think but the
didn't pass a
2010 memo.
policy that opened the border. I'm just saying, like,
Ah, so then how did they open it? What
so then
action did they engage with?
why was
Wait.
mass
No.
illegal?
What action did they engage in that opened the southern border?
I don't know, but they opened it. I mean, there's
How do you know they opened it?
because look how much illegal immigrants were
Oh, okay.
immigrating.
So in other words, you're saying that crossings increased, therefore they caused crossings
I
increase by opening the border. So let me just run this by you. Does this mean that Donald Trump had pro-unemployment policy because Donald Trump oversaw the country when it was experiencing the highest level of unemployment in the last 100 years?
that's not true.
It is true. April of 2020, 14.8% level of unemployment. It is definitely true.
Wait, April 2020, bro. That was during the COVID,
Oh, so now you're identifying external variables such as the
bro.
pandemic,
That
and you're
was
explaining
during
how they.
COVID. You're such a cheat, bro. What the hell is wrong with you?
So now you're identifying external variables and you're explaining to me how they could impact things in our economy. In fact, you walked straight into the fucking point, okay? That same argument is true, right, for the increase in crossings under the Biden Harris administration. It's possible that it could have been influenced by external variables, such as it was influenced by external variables, the unemployment rate under Trump. So therefore, you have to explain to me how it wasn't influenced by external variables for isolating them and giving me policies that they influenced to get past that open the border.
Okay, that was actually a good point. I can't even lie.
It was, but we're gonna go and do this. Just give me a minute here. It looks like I have everything worked out on the YouTube end, so we're just gonna restart the YouTube stream, guys. Everybody, do just give me a minute. Hello and welcome in. I am Dean Withers, and this is the Dean Withers Show. Today we are going to be debating 100 Trump supporters live on air, and I'll just go and explain to you guys at home how this is working. So over here on my phone, I'm currently live streaming on TikTok with 4.6 thousand people and allowing any Trump supporter to request to join the box. In fact, if you could hear that little bit of static in the background, that is the mic of a Trump supporter that we already have on the line. So we're just going to go ahead and hop straight into the debates with Theodore. Theodore, I know that we've already spoken a little bit before I started the stream over here on YouTube, but we could just pick up where we left off. Why did you vote for Trump?
Well, what we were talking about how you just explained to me why during Trump, no, why the border was like seemed like it was open during Biden and Harris's time, like because you said what was your argument again? You said It was because there were
Well, let's just start off on a new foot. Okay, so we talked about immigration, we talked about the border. These are all things that we had discussed before we started the live over here on YouTube. I want to start off on a new foot for the people at home, so they don't just hear an out of context argument. I want to hear from you, right? What is one reason why you voted for Trump that we haven't already discussed?
So basically, he said he was gonna fix a whole lot of problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was gonna end the war on Palestine, and he said he was gonna get rid of the Ukraine versus Russia war. So I guess another reason was I wanted like world peace, kind of. That was the reason why I voted for him.
Oh, world peace.
Because there
Okay.
was so much havoc going on during the
Yeah.
world. You can't disagree with me on that.
Yeah, no, I can't. So I just want to clarify. So you think that Donald Trump saying that he can't promise he won't use the military to invade Greenland is pro-peace? Donald Trump explicitly calling for ethnic cleansing in the Gaza Strip, that's pro-peace. Donald Trump saying that he wants Ukraine to accept the same peace plan that Putin wants them to accept as pro-peace, when that will just force more European influence into the war, increasing the chance of a third world war with Europe and Russia. That's all pro-peace. No, he's very anti-peace, sir. And by the way, we just completely left out the annexation of Canada or Panama. I don't think those two things are very pro-peace either.
So basically, I don't really think he's gonna go through with any of these. I think he's just using it as like a tactic to get them to negotiate. That's what I think. That's what I believe.
Wait. So you think that his like explicit plan that he announced with Benjamin Netanyahu to ethnically cleanse the Gaza Strip, that's a
Ethnically
tactic for negotiation?
cleanse?
What?
What do you mean ethnically cleanse?
I mean the forceful
That's like
explanation.
genocide. He's not gonna kill all Palestinians. That would be insane.
Wait. So no, ethnic cleansing doesn't just include the killing of a group of individuals predicated on their ethnicity. It also includes the forceful expulsion of a group of individuals predicated on their ethnic identity. And yes, he has called for the forceful expulsion, right, of Palestinians from the Gaza Strip. But if you would like to know, probabilistically based speaking, yes, this would include the death and killing of Palestinians as well, on top of the Palestinians that have already been killed. It is happening live. But for this argument, all we need to know is that he wants to forcefully remove Palestinians from the Gaza Strip.
Oh, I didn't even know that. Let's be honest with you.
Well, now you do. Okay, so that's all pro-peace, right?
Displacement. So where would he even send them to?
I mean, he's already announced that plan too. Yes, he wants to forcefully displace Palestinians from the Gaza Strip and send them to Jordan or Egypt. In fact, it was yesterday when he told Jordan and Egypt that if they didn't accept these Palestinians, that he would impose sanctions and tariffs on them. So he's already following through with his plan. So we know it's not, whatever bullshit you gave us earlier about being some type of really shitty negotiation tactic.
How is he allowed to just do that? That's kind of crazy, but.
So now you admit that the things that Donald Trump wants to do are literally so fucking crazy that he shouldn't be allowed to do them. This doesn't sound like a man that you should support to be our president, right?
I mean, I guess.
Okay, you guess. Well, I mean, shit, man. It sounds like we could agree.
Yeah.
Charles, thank you for the $1 on Venmo saying
Listen,
after
I'm
you mean
18.
expulsion. Yes, it's expulsion, not expulsion. I do
I'm
apologize
not.
for the
I'm not
mispronunciation of that
really.
word.
I was just trolling in the beginning. I'm not really like a fucking MAGA. I'm 18. I was just like thinking about who to vote, and all my friends were telling me, let's just all vote for Trump.
Okay,
Because
well,
of you.
I appreciate you for coming up, Theodore. If you're not MAGA, we're unfortunately going to move on to the next guest. So we got our next guest loading up right now. For everybody at home on TikTok, make sure to share this live out with a handful of friends. It doesn't look like we have that much push on the For You page right now, meaning that it's going to be a little bit more difficult to get guests in here. So make sure that we're sharing this live out with a handful of friends. For everybody at home on YouTube, maybe drop a like on the video, drop a sub while we're getting that next guest up here. We got Barbie loading in right now. Also, Marianne, I appreciate you for the $5 super chat over there on YouTube. So everybody do just give us a minute on TikTok. Make sure that you're spamming MAGA down below in that chat if you do want to come up as a guest, and we will get you up here. Currently, we only have 9 guest requests. Looks like there's close to 5,000 people in the live, but only 9 people that want to debate me. Sounds like some Trump supporters are terrified, but we're still just trying to get the next guest up here. So everybody just do be patient and do give us a minute. And then, Ann, I appreciate you for that $2 super chat on YouTube. And Andrew, thank you so much for the $15 on Venmo. Dude, shout out to Andrew and Ann. Thank you guys so very much. Massive W's for Andrew and Ann. What is up, Chris? Did you vote for Trump?
Hey, what's up? I did, yes.
Awesome. So why did you vote for Trump, sir?
I would say an improvement in every sector, restoration of the culture, and getting this country back on the right track with a charismatic leader.
Okay, dude. Improvement in every sector. Okay. So name me one sector that Donald Trump is going to improve or has already.
Well, the last guy you were talking about, world peace, so I'll say a different one. I'll say immigration.
Okay.
Or
Okay. He's going to be
you
good
can
for
pick two.
immigration.
You can pick. You can pick
No,
one.
let's talk about immigration. So Kamala Harris had somewhat of a long-term plan for improving the conditions at the southern border. That was a bipartisan border bill that included further funding to courts on the border to expedite legal claims of asylum, as well as legal processes of migration as a whole. Also, Kayla and Jerry, thank you guys so much for the super chats over on YouTube. Kayla with the $2 and Jerry with a 10. So obviously, if Donald Trump is better than Kamala Harris in this sector, this means that he had better long-term policy than she did. Can you name a single long-term border policy that Donald Trump wants to influence and get passed for the southern border?
Yeah, real quick, we need to look at you were talking about the bill that they were proposing in August, right before, or maybe July, right before November in the election. We need to look at why the bill was needed. They've been in office for 3 to 4 years, right? And on day 1 or 2 of the Biden administration, they ran on reversing all of Trump's border policies, right? So this last second bill that they're pushing right a couple months before the election, that's just for the election, right? They reversed Trump's remain in Mexico. They didn't encourage border agents to do their job, and the app they had was really bad as well. So they just reversed a lot of things in Trump's administration that were working. So, and
you think the remain in Mexico policy was working? Do you think that the reversal of the remain in Mexico policy caused a crisis?
Well, I think we had a lot of people. The asylum issue or the asylum application really is just kind of a mess.
Okay, can you answer my question or not?
No. What was the question? Sorry.
Did reversing the remain in Mexico policy cause a crisis?
How would you define crisis?
The border crisis that you have been vehemently preaching about,
I didn't say crisis.
For the last 4 years.
I think it probably made the situation worse.
That's whatever Trump means when he says crisis.
I think it probably made the situation worse. Sure.
Okay, Susie, thank you for the $3 over on YouTube. I appreciate you for the love. Okay, so actually, I would classify the remain in Mexico policy as incredibly ineffective. In fact, I don't think that Donald Trump passed a single effective piece of border legislation during his first 4 years. So when you tell me that Biden and Harris reversed a lot of what he did, well, again, it's because it was ineffective and it caused humanitarian crises. Like, for instance, the remain in Mexico policy, A, only impacted 60,000 people when you guys are screaming about 40 million people. And then B, it caused a humanitarian crisis in the sense that it caused these individuals to live in conditions in Mexico where that increase risk for things such as SA, things such as murder or other violent crimes, right? Which I vehemently disagree with. I think the true solution to the asylum laws is to expedite the time that it takes to get processed through the courts. And that's exactly what Kamala Harris and Joe Biden wanted to do with the bipartisan border bill. You'd also said there, well, this was just a last second solution and actually begun getting drafted in 2021. The reason why it took so long to get on the floor of the House was because the border has been such a contentious partisan issue. It took a long time to be able to draft legislation where both sides of the aisles were willing and able to come together on it. And honestly, I think the fact that they had any long-term policy at all is a good thing. Meanwhile, you can't name a single long-term policy for the southern border that Donald Trump wants to propose and influence to get passed through Congress.
Well, I don't think you need long-term policy. I think you do what you did before because it worked.
What?
And
Wait. What?
Yeah, well, Dean, I want to go back to something you said. You're talking about.
No, I want to talk about what you just said. You said that Trump needs to do what he did before because it worked. Name one effective. No.
Let's go back to what you said.
No. Name one effective border policy. No. I want to ask you a question about what you just said. Name one effective border policy that Donald Trump influenced to get passed that quote unquote worked during his first administration.
Dean, whatever Trump was doing, we had a better immigration process. So I say Trump
what he was doing.
The same thing again. I say Trump, what you did during your term,
and what did he do?
Better immigrate. Dean, I don't need to know. All I care about is the results.
Okay, so in other words, you're saying whatever happened with immigration during his first 4 years was a direct result of his policy. You're just basically associating that whatever happens in the country on the macro scale is a result of the president's policy. So I have a question. Using your logic, would this also entail that the record high 14.8% of unemployment in April of 2020 was a direct result of Trump's economic policy?
No, because I don't think Trump directly caused COVID.
Oh, but wait, why couldn't we just say that? Remember, we want to baselessly associate, one moment, anything that happens in the country as a direct result of his policy. Yes, COVID was a direct result of Donald Trump's policy because it happened in the country
You're saying
under his
Trump caused COVID?
administration.
Whoa,
Yes,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
obviously.
You're saying
Obviously,
Trump
that's what
caused
I'm
COVID.
saying. That's what your logic says.
No, that's what you're saying. I'm saying
You're walking into the point. You're walking into the point, and I wish you would just let me demonstrate it without an interruption. So yes, that is exactly what your logic says. You're interrupting me, sir. Just wait a moment.
All right,
you
you
told
go,
me
you
that
go.
whatever happened, right, in the country, in the macro scale under Donald Trump's presidency, you looked at immigration, and Nemo, thank you for the meteor shower over here on TikTok. You said that's a direct result of Donald Trump's presidency. All that this tells us is that you make a baseless association between whatever happens in our country and the presidency. So in the same way that you could baselessly associate the conditions of the southern border under Trump's administration with obviously being caused by his policy, why can't I baselessly associate the conditions of unemployment in April of 2020 or the existence of the pandemic as a whole as a result of Donald Trump's policy?
I got you. So, all right, hold on. If I'm trying to think of something. If I had like a weird example that I didn't think was like good for YouTube. So if I eat right and I do push-ups and work out, I'm getting in better shape as a direct result of my actions, right?
Yes. And
but let's say
demonstrate causation.
Yeah, sure. Let's say I'm trying to think. Let's say unfortunately someone comes up to me and shoots me in the head. I'm not dying as a direct result of my actions, right?
Oh.
So that's the whole thing. Yeah, so you agree with me.
So external variables can influence things that happen.
Yeah, so we agree.
What you're telling me is that, I just want to clarify.
Are you MAGA? Whoa.
I just want to clarify here, Chris. So you're telling me
we're good.
I can't baselessly associate COVID with being caused by Trump because external variables could have also have caused COVID.
Yeah, it's called
context. I have to be able to isolate. One moment. I have to be able to isolate for Trump and his actions if I want to make an argument that he caused it, right?
I was kind of zoning out, but I think we're on the right page.
Okay, so does this mean that you have to isolate for external variables and explain to me what policy Donald Trump passed to influence the conditions of the southern border under his presidency?
Can I just ask you a question real quick?
No, you have to answer mine.
Because I can't tell you it. I mean, I don't know.
Oh, so this means that you don't have an argument, and you've actually refuted yourself. It
means
at this point,
I do, though.
Because you're the one identified that we have to consider external variables. Thank you so much.
But that's not the thing, Dean.
It is the thing. You're the one that told me that we just look at the southern border, and obviously all of the conditions of the southern border under Trump's presidency were caused by him because he was president, okay? I use your same logic to make an entirely new point, and then all of a fucking sudden, right, we got ChatGPT, 12 years in school mathematician over here being like, no, we have to be able to identify external variables. Also, LVZ, thank you so much for the $10 super chat over on YouTube saying Dean F. and Withers putting the work in on these individuals. I appreciate you for the love, LVZ. Now, Chris, one last question from Dean over here. Under Trump's administration so far, we've seen a sharp increase in the price of eggs. Okay?
Yeah.
Can I say Donald Trump caused that?
I mean, I think there's the bird flu, right? I mean, I'm sure, I don't know. He's been in. Here's the issue, Dean. Here's the issue. You have eggs on the shelf January 19th. Trump comes into office January 20th. Those same eggs are on the shelf January 21st. Liberals are saying, why aren't the eggs? It's the same eggs, Dean. It's the same eggs.
In order for me to say that Donald Trump increased the price of those eggs, would I have to point out policy that he passed or an executive order he signed into law that resulted in that consequence?
What external factor happened with immigration that you're talking about?
I'm so sorry. If you don't answer this question, I'm going to kick you out.
Oh, sorry. What's the question? I'm sorry.
In order for me to hold to the argument that Donald Trump increased the price of eggs, would I necessarily have to identify an executive order or policy that he influenced get passed and signed into law?
Probably. I think so.
Okay. So if I have to be able to identify what policy he passed to cause the outcome of an increase in price of eggs, how come you don't have to identify a policy that he influenced to get passed that resulted in the consequence of a reduction in migration into America?
Oh, you're talking about, okay, yeah. Yeah, I can tell you that. He had remain in Mexico. That helped with the asylum thing. You said only 60,000, right? Sure. There was also, I mean, the wall, I don't think that really was built, but, it's a good deterrent. But also, Dean, when you have a strong leader, people are going to be less deterred to come
Yo,
across, right?
Purdy! Thank you so much for the $50 super chat
Dean,
on
I'm making
YouTube.
you money. I'm making you
Oh
money.
my gosh.
You were getting
Be
$5 before
quiet, quite
this. Let's just
frankly.
split that.
Thank
Let's
you,
split that.
Purdy, so much for the $50 super chat
You were
over
getting
on
$2
YouTube.
before me, Dean.
Thank
Come
you
on
so
now.
much, Purdy.
You
I
can't
want to
lie.
see at least 500 big W's for Purdy down below in the chat. Thank you so much for the love, Purdy. We all love you here. Massive W's for
You're
Purdy
welcome.
down
Thank
below.
you, Bernie.
As well as if you're watching on YouTube or TikTok and you want to support me, my Venmo as well as my PayPal can be found in the link tree in my bio over here on TikTok as well as on the top of my phone screen. And I don't even know if I have those over on YouTube. So if you're watching on YouTube, you're out of luck, but that's no worries. I appreciate everyone for the love nonetheless. But
I think I guess I should get a
Chris,
5.
is there anything else that you want to go over?
Yeah, real quick with the border. Also, when you have strong leadership, it deters people from crossing. Under Biden, who people view as a weak leader, they're like, oh, we can do this under Biden. It's easy to get across from him. Under Trump, when it's a strong leadership, people are going to be less encouraged to across because they think it's a strong leader that they won't be able to do it.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. That's just like nonsense.
I mean,
no,
that's
seriously.
true, but you can't argue it.
Okay. So then, why did border crossings decrease 65% at the end of Biden's administration? Did he just start
Because
being
they knew
strong
Trump was
again?
coming in.
Trump hadn't even won the election yet.
They knew Trump was going to win. They knew Trump was going to win. It was over. It was over. Dean.
Okay, so you're saying that my individuals that wanted to migrate into America just have a crystal ball and knew who would win the election?
I mean, they don't have a crystal ball, but we could.
So this is all just pure fucking conjecture and speculation.
We knew.
Bro,
It was over.
unfortunate. No, this
It
was
was
even
over.
before the debate. Wait, we saw crossing sharply decline with Biden's executive order even before his debate with Trump.
When you're saying early 2024?
Yes.
Yeah, because there's only so many people in the world. We can't
No!
infinite crossing.
And it had nothing to do with the executive order that Biden signed into law. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, Chris. I'm going to go move on to a guest that is willing to be a little bit more good faith than you. Everybody watching at home on YouTube, welcome in, guys. We're just debating so many Trump supporters over here tonight, as well as over here on TikTok, guys. Make sure that we're double tapping away on that phone screen. We're going to get that next guest loaded up in the live right now, you guys. Hop in that queue if you did vote for Trump. I would like to thank Sarah. Thank you so much for the $10 donation on PayPal, saying keep on cooking these MAGA cultists. Thank you so much for the $10, Sarah. And you got it. I sure will. As well as Tammy with $1 on Venmo. And Jungle Evil with a $10 super chat on YouTube, saying, as a devout Catholic, I have to say you are more Christ-like than any MAGA Christian. Oh, dude. I mean, I really appreciate that, Jungle Evil, as well as I really appreciate your super chat. What is going on, Alba? Did you vote for Trump?
Are you paid by the DNC?
Am I paid by the DNC? Obviously. Now, did you vote for Trump?
No, but I think you're paid by the DNC.
Okay, I'm so sorry. If you didn't vote for Trump, you're supposed to be rational, okay? Like, it's obviously irrational to believe that I'm paid by the DNC due to the lack of evidence.
Well, you are. You and Parker are both paid by the DNC.
Liz, thank you for the $2 on Super Chat. Hey, as well as Lucas, thank you for the $2 on Super Chat, saying, love what you're doing, your true inspiration. Thank you, Lucas. So, let's just, real quick, do you think it's okay to believe in things without evidence?
No.
Okay, do you have any evidence that I'm paid by the DNC?
I mean, there kind of has been, yeah.
Okay, like what?
I mean, people on TikTok and the internet too.
Okay, people on TikTok just said I was?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, if you think that's evidence, we're just going to move on to the next guest. I do apologize. Oh, let's go. Parker's in the queue. LFG, bro. LFG. All right. For everybody watching at home on YouTube, I know that you cannot see the TikTok stream right now, but we just got Parker up here. He's going to be co-hosting with us, hanging out. Parker, do you want to go ahead and say hi real quick?
What's up?
What's
I got like
up?
40 minutes. I got like 40
sorry.
minutes.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Parker.
I said, what's up? I got like 40 minutes or so, everyone. And then I got to get off for tonight.
Perfect. So everybody at home watching on YouTube, when you hear that voice, that is Parker. He's not a Trump supporter. He is a friend. He does debates just like I do. In fact, he's also on YouTube. But if you hear that voice, just know it is not an op. As well as Thomas. Thank you so much for the $25 donation on Venmo. I really appreciate you for that love, Thomas. Thomas says, from the DNC. Thank you so much for the DNC payment. That is so incredibly kind of you. Let's get at least 250 big W's for Thomas in that chat, as well as Ann with a $2 super chat over on YouTube saying weekly DNC payment. Thank you. Anyways, John, what's going on? You're up in the live. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, but I regret it.
Maria, thank you for the $5 super chat over on YouTube. Well, John, if you regret that vote, unfortunately, I'm going to move on to the next guest. That is kind of our goal with this stream, is to get individuals to recognize that they made a bad decision. And if you've already put that work in on your own and you've come to that realization yourself, I'm proud of you for that. So good job. We're going to move on to the next guest. What's up, Jordan? Did you vote for Trump? Okay, Jordan's not here. Everybody at home on YouTube, I'll make sure to let you know as soon as we get our next guest up in here. Over on TikTok, we're just kind of clicking through our guests to try to find anybody and everybody that is willing to come up and talk. Hey, Tommy, thank you for the $5 super chat saying Dean Withers 2024. Maybe one day. Who knows, Tommy? I appreciate you so much for the love. What's up, Diego? Did you vote for Trump?
No, it's my 18th birthday, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for the work you do.
I appreciate that, Diego, and happy birthday, man. Everybody, show some love to Diego. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Do keep in mind, guys, just so the stream can run a little bit more fluidly, make sure that you're only in the guest request if you voted for Trump. And yeah, next guest is loading up. And Liz over on YouTube for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Here's $5 for being smart. I appreciate that, Liz. Okay, as well as E-Man with $1 in Venmo. Okay, we got our next guest loading up here right now over on TikTok. Drop a MAGA down below in that chat if you want to join. Welcome to Tootie. Ever, did you vote for Trump?
Yes.
Okay, how old are you? Real quick, just got to make sure you're at least 18. Hope you understand.
23.
23, what year were you born in?
2001.
2001, 23, awesome. So why did you vote for Trump?
Well, I drive trucks, so about 3 to 10 years ago, the trucking industry was better. But since the migrants came in, it's been a mess, and like they're taking our jobs.
So undocumented migrants are taking your jobs?
Yeah, according to 3 to 10 years ago.
That's not how economics works. So they add productive capacity and they also add demand. So the demand for greater resources creates an incentive for suppliers to produce more,
Well, I mean,
which creates more jobs.
he also like donated the most money to HBCUs. So
No, he didn't. He actually reduced the money going to HBCUs from 500 million under Obama per year to 255 million a year, and then Biden brought it back up to
$4 billion per year.
Yeah, 4 billion per year.
Yeah, so he not only didn't increase funding to HBCUs, he actually decreased it. Wormy, thank you for the $10 super chat over on YouTube, saying 4 squared is 8. Thank you so much for the love, Wormy. Show some love to Wormy. But yeah, go
But then
ahead.
there's also like DEI or whatever. Like I definitely think him trying to sign the executive order to reduce, or to like take away the Civil Rights Act is.
You're trolling. You're trolling.
No.
You think you think that banning federal contractors from discriminating against women or other minorities is a bad
It's
thing?
going to be on like merit based now.
Well, actually, like protections, right, for individuals, right, to prevent their employer from firing them because of their sex, because of their gender, because of their race, etc. That is actually protecting a more merit-based system, because then it prevents a woman with a lot of merit and a lot of qualifications from being fired because of the fact they have a vagina, right?
I guess, sure. When you look at it like that.
Yeah, like those protections actually uphold a merit-based system compared to, this ridiculous pro-right DEI system of just giving more credibility to the white man because they're white.
I mean, but so why do we even need DEI in the first place?
To do exactly what I just described, to protect a merit-based system.
But this was already merit based until DEI came along.
I'm sorry, I just think that you're trolling, bro. Yo, Chainsmoker, I appreciate you for the 10 pounds over on YouTube through the super chat for building them roads. I really appreciate you so much for the love. Everybody, please do show some love to Chainsmoker down below in that YouTube chat over there. Thank you so much for the super chat. Very, very kind. We got Chris loading up into the live. Here we go, you guys. Alrighty, what is up, Chris? Did you vote for Trump?
Of course I did.
Okay, awesome. One moment, Chris. I'm so sorry. Tom with the $50 super chat over on YouTube. Holy crap. Tom says you're slaying it. Tom, I love you. Thank you so much for the support. I want to see some W's for Tom on TikTok and YouTube. Thank you so much. Going back to the debate here, Chris, why did you vote for Trump?
Because you see what he's doing. He's getting rid of DEI, all these things and making the country better. He's making the country so great.
I guess they lagged out. Okay, that last guest just surprisingly lagged out. So
Ashley, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much on PayPal. Thank you so much. Yeah, they are tough to deal with.
we're going to get that next guest up in here, you guys. Spam MAGA in that chat over on TikTok, not on YouTube, because I'm pulling everybody up to debate from the phone on TikTok for all the new individuals tuning into the stream. Spam MAGA in that chat on TikTok. What is up? Cookie, did you vote for Trump?
I did.
Awesome. So why did you vote for the worst presidential candidate of your lifetime?
I feel that's pretty subjective, but
That's what we're here to talk about.
Yeah, no, you're right. I just don't appreciate. Let me phrase that. I appreciate what Trump is planning to do. Other than the Gulf of America, I think that was pretty silly. But I do think that his plans for the future are more intact and more plausible
I
than
have a question, Cookie Monster. Why do you keep going in the guest requests every day?
Hmm?
Why do you keep coming back, bro? I've already talked to you.
I just like debating. I like talking.
Okay, well, you know I have a rule, right?
What's the rule?
If you've been on before, I don't have you back on typically. So
I
you talked to Dean.
apologize.
I bet you've talked to Dean too. I bet you've also talked to Dean. So I don't know
Ah.
why you keep doing this.
I didn't even recognize him. Yo, Kinsey, thank you so much for the $10 super chat over on YouTube saying Dean Seagal, I love you. I love you too, Kinsey. Liz with the $2 super chat saying tell Parker he slays too. Hi, Parker. Hi, Dean again. Hi, Liz. Rylan, what's up? You vote for Trump? All right, we apologize for the fetus using slurs. We're gonna get that next guest up in here. Everybody, just do give us some minutes. What is going on, John? Did you vote for Trump?
Shut up, bitch. Daddy
Abe?
Dean, Daddy Dean, Daddy Dean, Daddy Dean, Daddy Dean, Daddy.
Okay, another fetus saying some weird shit. Moving on to the next guest. Everybody, just do give us a minute here. Hey, by the way, anybody watching on YouTube that's pretty like good with their TOS, is that gonna get like my account or stream ban or anything? Yo, NM, what's up? Did you vote for Trump?
Nah, I just like your videos, thanks.
Well, I appreciate you for the love, guys. Make sure if you are in that queue that you did vote for Trump. We're gonna go to get that next guest up at the live literally right now, you guys. We got Juju Beats loading in, as well as Lilith with a $10 super chat over on YouTube saying, I love you, Parker and Dean. I love you too, Lilith. Thank you so much for all the love. Shout out to you, Lilith. What is up, Juju? Did you vote for Trump? Okay, Juju's not here. All right, for everybody over on YouTube that hasn't tuned into one of these streams before, this happens every once in a while where we'll just have a little bit of a dry spout because no Trump supporter wants to talk to either of us, and it just
I
takes
think the
us...
same issue's happening to you, and you're getting the same guest request I was getting.
Yeah,
And it's
it just takes us a little bit to get the guests
Oh, I
up
know.
here that actually want to debate. Kendall, you vote for Trump? Then leave. Okay, moving on to the next guest. We got Thorn loading up into that queue. How exciting! How exciting! Here we go, you guys. Here we
Yo,
go.
Alex with the $1,000 on Venmo.
Parker, why'd you
Holy
rage quit earlier?
shit! Can we get some W's for Alex in the comment section right now? Holy fuck!
What?
For the $1,000 they said to hell with the trolls, they're just love you, man. Thank you so much, Alex. Can we get some fucking W's for Alex in the chat? Holy shit! Oh.
Holy fuck. Period, Alex. Show some love to Alex in that chat. Holy crap, man. Shout out Alex. W Alex for the $1,000 donation to Parker. That's huge. Born, what's up? You vote for Trump?
Hell no. Parker, why'd you rage quit earlier though?
People are very annoying, like you. Like
Okay.
actually, like people like you. That's actually the reason.
Okay, all right. We're
But
gonna.
thank you so much, Alex. I really appreciate some W's for Alex in the comment section. Thank you so much, Alex.
I don't see anybody talking over there in the YouTube chat. That's weird.
That is
Messages
so
stop-
crazy.
Stop sending. We're gonna move on to our next guest, you guys. So everybody, just do give us a minute. If you're watching the stream and you want to support either me or Parker, with the Venmos and the PayPal's, the Cash Apps, all in the link tree in the bio over here on TikTok, on YouTube. Feel free to support me via a super chat. And yeah, we're gonna go to get that next guest up in here. So everybody, just do give us one moment. Okay. Awesome. We got our next guest loading in right now. All right, we got Gabrielle loading in. Maya, thank you for the $2 super chat over on YouTube. I really appreciate that. Shout out to Maya. We're still getting that next guest loaded in, so everybody just do be patient, y'all. I swear to gosh, hopefully we will get our next guest up here shortly. I understand that it is a little bit annoying when we're having some issues getting guests loaded in. We got George loading up. Wells, what's up? Did you vote for Trump? Okay, Wells Fargo right here. George.
Nigger.
Okay, goodbye, George. Continue to spam MAGA down below in that chat if you're here for debates. You know what's crazy is that we have 800 viewers over on YouTube, 5.5 thousand viewers over on TikTok, and we are actively, right, allowing any and all Trump supporters to join this live to debate us. And the fact that there isn't any, right, speaks very, very, very loudly. What is going on, Yanexi? I apologize if I butchered your name. Feel free to correct my pronunciation.
That is good. Gen X is good.
Okay. Did you vote for
So
Trump?
yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
You did. Phenomenal. So why did you vote for Trump?
Well, I love. Well, first of all, your YouTube faces when he won was priceless. Also, I love what he's doing, exposing all the money being waste. I love that he's keeping men out of women's sports.
Okay, I do want to clarify. So about trans women and women's sports, we
Yep.
cannot talk about that over here on TikTok just because they restrict against it. They'll take my
Okay,
live down,
yeah,
they'll ban
that's
your
fine.
account. But I mean, if you like voted for somebody that wants to impose tax policy that will literally harm anybody making under $395,000 per year, when we'd also consider the impact of his tariffs, that also wants ethnic cleansing in the Middle East, that also is an adjudicated rapist, 34 count felon, just because he's going to ban 12 people from the NCAA.
Yeah,
That's pretty insane.
I don't know why you say that he's planning on doing that. He didn't say that he was gonna get his troops over there. So I don't know. I mean, he's making deals to organize that area over there, but he's not like putting books down there.
Melins, thank you for the $2 on Super Chat over on YouTube, and Amanda with the $2 as well. And Thumb, thank you so much for the $20 Super Chat over on YouTube for the Dean Withers Show. Thank you for the love, Thumb. Shout out to Thumb in the chat, and Daniel with a £5 Super Chat over on YouTube as well. So let's talk about it. So first of all, ethnic cleansing can, in a nutshell, be defined as like the forceful expulsion of a group of individuals predicated on their ethnic identity from an area. Okay, and Donald Trump wants to forcefully expel all of the Palestinians on the Gaza Strip and relocate them to Jordan or Egypt. That is the only necessary condition that must be fulfilled in order for ethnic cleansing to be met. And it definitely fulfills that condition, meaning that, yes, it is ethnic cleansing.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that concept, but okay. I mean, if you say so, I don't really care.
What?
You don't care about ethnic cleansing?
Yeah, because you people like make that like a big deal. He's not doing anything yet. He's
Ethnic
making
cleansing.
deals with people around that
Is
area.
a really big deal. It's a war crime. You know that's a war crime, right? He
You're saying that
said there
he's
should be.
committing a
He said there should be
crime by
no
doing
right to
that?
return for Palestinians.
But is he forcing them already?
Yes, so he is going to force the Palestinians to leave the Gaza Strip.
How is he's gonna push them out, or he's gonna make offers
by
to
leveling the
them
land,
to...
but he's going to own the land and then level it. That's going to force all of them off the strip.
Okay, I'm gonna wait until that start happening, and then I'm gonna have a comment on that.
Wait,
He said it himself.
So, like, imagine Hitler was giving a speech before the Holocaust, and he's like, yes, I'm going to round up millions of Jewish individuals, and first I'm going to place them into these things I call the ghettos, and then I'm going to transport them from these things I call the ghettos into literal fucking death camps.
He wants to
Right?
rebuild
Just
an
allow
area that
me to
is
finish speaking.
unlivable.
Please
Like,
allow me to
nobody
finish.
can
Hey,
live there.
please allow me to finish speaking. And, like, you heard Hitler giving this speech, like, a month before he started the Holocaust. Would you be like, I don't really give a fuck. I have to wait for him to start doing shit before I care.
Yeah, because you don't know how he's gonna do that. Maybe he's gonna offer them places to live temporarily until he rebuild that area.
Did you just say
that is a
yes?
mess.
Wait, did you just say yes that you wouldn't care until Hitler actually started the Holocaust?
I'm talking about the Gaza situation. I don't talk about those past things that you liberals used to, I don't know.
God.
What? We're giving you like a specific example that you can use to understand how your reasoning doesn't make sense. It's essentially what we're doing here.
I mean, your reasoning, okay, my English, sorry. What I'm saying is, he said that he wants to move people out of Gaza to help the reconstruction of that area and make it prosperous. How he's gonna do that, we don't know yet. He's talking to people around the area, making deals, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna propose something that is not gonna affect all that people or erase them from the earth.
Here's the thing. So
Okay.
when you say that what he's doing is actually good because it's going to rebuild the area, right, you're not arguing that it's
Who's he rebuilding for?
Just one moment before you answer that question. You're not arguing that it's not ethnic cleansing, but you're just rather arguing that it's good ethnic cleansing. Like, you completely acknowledge that this is a violation of all of these Palestinian individuals' right to self-determination. You acknowledge that it is the occupation of land that is not theirs. You acknowledge that they do not have the proper consent to engage in these actions. But you're arguing that although it's a human rights violation, it is okay because it increases the quality of their life. So you understand, right, that this was the most popular argument used by the Confederate South during American slavery, okay? That they'd argue that slavery should remain legal because if like enslaved Africans were not enslaved, right, they wouldn't have food or shelter or water or a roof over their heads, okay? They wouldn't have heat, and their living conditions would be significantly worse. Okay, and that's the same argument that you're giving right now by saying, well, if Trump doesn't ethnically cleanse, the living conditions of the Palestinians on the Gaza Strip would be significantly worse. Okay, then one last thing at the end of the day, right? We do not know that after he quote-unquote rebuilds the strip, it's going to go back to the Palestinians. If anything, we have reason to believe that's not the case.
Okay.
Because on Truth Social, he said he's going to acclaim and occupy the land via Israel.
Okay, so
I
let
have a
me
question. If he were to
understand you.
get that land from Israel, quote-unquote rebuild it, do you think he's probably going to give it back to Israel?
Okay, let me ask you something. So, in your point of view, it's better like to leave the people over there alone, like you rebuild your cities, do everything by yourself. Nobody's gonna help you. You deal with the destruction that is there. That's your point of view.
My
That's
point
what
of
you're
view is that
saying.
we shouldn't be violating individuals' right to self-determination or ethnically cleansing. Yes, okay? Yes, I think that we should be offering Palestine as much humanitarian aid, right, as is what would be responsible, okay? Give them a shit ton of humanitarian aid that then they could use to go and rebuild their own land, okay? We just, like, that's what we need to do, is give Palestine humanitarian aid. If we truly care, right, about the desolate living conditions of Palestinians on the Gaza Strip, right, let's give them humanitarian aid, right?
Okay,
Let's
and
not
what do we
occupy
do
their
with
land,
what
violate
do
their
we
right to
do with Hamas
self-determination, and
then?
ethnically cleanse them.
What do we do with Hamas then?
Okay, so you want to talk about something entirely different from the fact that Donald Trump wants ethnic cleansing because you couldn't respond to that, and now you want to talk about Hamas instead.
No, I mean, you have your point of view, I have my point of view. I think it's
But you
really
haven't
good that he
rebutted my
wants to
point of view at
rebuild the
all.
area. I mean, I'm gonna wait because Trump is not a god to me. If he does something that I don't think is good, I will obviously say, hey, you're not doing good. But I'm waiting until he finish with the deals that he's trying to make and see how he's gonna do everything.
Can I ask you a question? You
Yes.
said you would evaluate him legitimately. Okay, would you let someone into the country legally immigrate here if they were a convicted criminal held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman?
If I will let somebody in here,
Yeah, would you let someone legally immigrate into the United States of America if they were held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman and a convicted criminal?
like he pay for that?
Okay, I'm asking you a question. What if you were able to determine who is allowed to legally immigrate into the country?
Mm-hmm.
Would you
I know
let
where
a ca-
I know where you're coming from. I know what you're trying to say. I've been in these debates before, like not talking to you people, but listening. And yeah, that happened. That thing with Trump and this lady to me is everything is bullshit, honestly. So I don't want to talk about that
can
because
you
to
can
me,
you
I
tell
don't
me what her
believe that
name is?
lady. Like I went and I
Can you
researched
tell me what her name is?
the evidence that she put up
Can you
on
tell
the
me what her
case,
name is?
and I don't really know her name. I don't really care.
You don't know? So you don't know anything about the case. Can you tell me one piece
No,
of evidence submitted in the case?
yeah, a picture, friends that she told about what supposedly he did to her, and also what
Can you tell
else?
me where this event occurred?
No, I don't remember.
So you don't know
I did a
anything enough.
research
You
a
don't
long time
know.
ago. I did a
You don't.
research a long time ago, honestly.
It sounds like you've just heard general things, probably
No,
from the
I
lives.
went online and I looked the evidence that she
Where'd you look?
I also like I did made a video like long time ago about
Okay,
this
okay,
case.
but I'm asking, would you let a convicted criminal held civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman, right, legally immigrate into the United States, or would you
No,
restrict them?
no, I will
No,
not.
you wouldn't. So then why do you have harsher or stricter standards on who is allowed to be legally immigrating to the country to become a citizen comparative to who could be president of the United States? Because typically speaking, we place harsher, stricter standards on who can be president of the United States comparative to who can just be a citizen. I don't think infants that are citizens should be president, right? I don't think they're qualified.
You lost me there. I
Do you
don't.
think infants are qualified for being president of the United States?
When
They're citizens.
when they're infant, no.
Okay, so not all citizens have the necessary qualifications to become a president of the United States. So then, typically speaking, it seems like the qualifications to become a citizen are lesser than the qualifications required to be a president.
Okay, you lost me there.
Can I
What's
can I help
confusing
real
about
quick?
what I said?
Can I help
Go
real
ahead.
quick?
Yeah, yeah.
All Parker is doing is he's asking you why he
Mm-hmm.
holds stricter qualifications for somebody to become a citizen of America
Okay.
compared for a citizen to become president of America. Okay, because what you told us is that you would restrict somebody that was adjudicated to have raped a woman from entering into our country under all circumstances through any legal port of migration. But then you turn around and you vote, right, actively and
Mm-hmm.
intentionally vote for an adjudicated rapist to enter into the White House. So in other words, if Trump was born in Mexico, you don't think he should be allowed to come into the country. But because Trump was born in New York, you think he should be allowed to run the country. And all Parker's doing here is asking you why you hold stricter standards for immigration than you do for the presidency.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't write the Constitution, and he was allowed to run for president. I mean,
Jeffrey Dahmer would be allowed to run for president in accordance with the Constitution. But can you
yes.
show us which article of the Constitution specifically restricts civilly adjudicated rapists from coming into America? Are you saying that that's not constitutional?
I'm
No,
not.
you're not saying that's not constitutional. You're just saying
saying
that
that.
it's not something that you think should be done ethically speaking or like pragmatically speaking because of like real world implications. Okay, and that's the same argument that I'm making insofar as why we shouldn't vote a rapist into the Oval Office.
I'm lost now. Okay, so basically, you're saying that that people who commit a crime in another country, they need to pass a filter or whatever to come into the United States or become
No, we're
citizens.
asking you why you hold stricter standards for immigration.
I already said that I don't believe that he is responsible for the thing that he was liable.
Okay, I have a question. Would it be fair for me to say that all the food in your fridge is spoiled?
No.
Would it be unfair for me to say that because I don't know who you are? I've never been to your house. I don't know where you lived. I've never seen the inside of your fridge.
Mm-hmm.
So in other words, it's unfair for me to say that because I just don't have the necessary information to make a judgment one way or another, correct?
But that's all we do. We judge.
Okay, but in that circumstance, we're saying that'd be an unfair judgment for me to make because I lack like the necessary information insofar as the state of the food in your fridge. So, right, where I'm taking this is, have you read the court documents from the civil court that had adjudicated Donald Trump to have raped Eugene Carroll? Have you looked through the evidence that the unanimous jury of 9 used to make that determination?
I looked up the evidence, but
Okay,
no,
name one piece of the evidence.
not the specific, not specifically like with the papers and all of that.
Wait. I just want a yes or no. Have you read the court documents and have you learned, right, about the specific evidence that the unanimous jury of 9 used to hold Trump liable for the sexual abuse or rape of Eugene Carroll?
I mentioned like 2 evidence that they use.
Okay, this is not a yes or no to my question, bro. This is unreal. I'm so fucking sorry.
Okay, no, Dean, no.
Okay, no. Okay, so yeah, in the same way, it's unfair for me to say that all the food in your fridge is spoiled because I lack the necessary bit of information, that being the state of the contents of your fridge. You lack the necessary information, that being reading the court documents and understanding the evidence the jury used to uphold the verdict that Donald Trump had raped Eugene Carroll. Therefore, it's unfair for you to make that judgment. In order for you to make the judgment that the jury ruled incorrectly, you'd have to be able to demonstrate how the evidence that they used to rule one way actually indicated insufficient evidence for that event occurring. But you haven't done that work, right? You're just assuming that the jury was wrong, although you typically accept the outcomes of juries because you don't want to believe that Trump's a rapist because that would make you a piece of shit for voting for him.
But am I allowed to have an opinion?
You're not allowed to have an opinion that is
Why
not
not?
based upon any fact that actively
I didn't
perpetuates
go
harm.
online and went like, hey, vote for him because what they say was wrong. No, in my head, what they said in the court was wrong. So that's why I voted for him.
But yeah, I don't think that you or anybody for that matter is allowed, quote unquote, to have an opinion, right, that A, has no evidence to justify it being true, and B, actively perpetuates harm. Like, do you understand the harm that it perpetuates by emboldening a rapist into the highest ranking position of power known to mankind, denying the victim? Okay, this upholds rape culture to a level that you nor me have ever fucking seen before because all of a sudden we're no longer stigmatizing rapists, we're no longer scrutinizing rapists, we're no longer denying new opportunities to rapists, but we're actively promoting and emboldening those actions in the culture in America today, which will cause only more harm towards women at the hand of shitty men who now feel more comfortable and confident in committing those actions.
Okay. When it was a civil court, it was not like a crime court. So
Wait, do you accept his felonies?
None of them.
Wait. So then, please explain to me why it matters whether or not it's a criminal case. If it is the case that you didn't even accept the other criminal case.
The why?
Yeah, you didn't accept the criminal case. So then, why
Because
would it
that
matter
wasn't.
whether or not the
It
civil
was
case is
so
criminal?
obvious, like it was a political vendetta that they had against him. I mean, 70, how many was
You just moved
70,
the
73,
goalposts.
77 million Americans saw the same thing,
77 million Americans voted for
right?
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing. That's a horrible thing that happened. The fact that 77 million people voted for a guy held civilly
The
liable of sexually
77
abusing a woman who
million
bragged about walking to the changing
people
rooms
have
naked
common
teenage girls
sense.
because he quote unquote owns the place, who said he would date a 10-year-old girl in 10 years, who talked about how his daughter, he would date his daughter if it wasn't his daughter, right? Has sex in common with his daughter, said yeah to Howard Stern, calling his daughter a piece of ass. This guy's a fucking weirdo. His tax policy was literally cutting taxes for
You
rich
guys
people
are
and increasing them
a
on the low and
weirdo.
middle income individuals. This guy is a horrible person. The fact that 77 million people voted for this guy shows how far misinformation can go in this country and how far we need to educate people in order to be able to hold our democracy, because that's the fundamental basis of democracy is education.
As well as Nathan, thank you for the $2 super chat, and Roxy with the $1.
What are you talking about? You liberals have been misinformating the entire country these past 4 years. It's been insane.
How so?
With everything that you guys talk up here, like what college is doing to you people is insane.
I took economics courses, which are typically right-leaning.
Wait.
I have a econ degree.
I just
but
want to clarify.
You had to take social classes.
I just want to clarify what you just said. So you just said what colleges are doing to you are insane. So I just want to clarify, colleges educate. So in other words, you're just saying that education is insane. So in other words, you're just actively now
it's insane. It's insane. These past few years, the education in this country is more like indoctrinating people than teaching you what you're supposed to learn.
Oh my God. Okay. So I went to CU Boulder. Okay, I became super libbed out. All right, name one belief that I only believe because of indoctrination, not because of fact and reason. You can't do it, right? No fucking clue. Name one mainstream popular liberal belief that lacks substance, that lacks fact, that lacks evidence, and is just pure
the fact that you
indoctrination.
people deny that a fetus is a human.
We don't deny fetuses are human. When did we do that?
Humans. So human life starts at the moment of conception. Fetuses are humans.
So unaliving people is fine. Humans is
Wait. People and human are two separate terms.
Humans.
Yeah, it's
two
totally okay.
separate terms.
It's totally okay to kill some humans. Yeah, we both believe this. Do you think that it's murder to pull the plug on a brain dead patient? No. See, we both agree that sometimes it's totally okay and fine to kill humans. Okay? See, I don't value our species classifications. I don't value like the way I look or my DNA sequence.
A brain dead
value
person is
my consciousness.
dead.
I value
you cannot
your
do
consciousness.
anything in the future. A fetus, it will become somebody, like a person, a real person.
Okay, so in the future it will be this way. So then are you saying that people shouldn't pull out because that there could be a future person there?
I mean, not really, because you need the two things combined to make a human.
So wait, so is it wrong to pull out?
It's not wrong.
Okay, but like that, doesn't that reduce the
Pulling
chance
out,
of there
you're not
being a
making
future
human.
person? But it reduces the chance of there being a future person.
It does, but you're not like unaliving a human. You're just avoiding like the creation of a new human. Right?
Okay, so you're preventing the creation of a new human. Okay,
Exactly.
that's so again, preventing the creation of something that you consider valuable. Okay, so what at the point of conception is valuable? It's a single cell organism.
But it has the combination that like you don't need anything extra. That thing is gonna become a person.
It's going to become a person. Again, you just brought up the point that it's going to become valuable, not that it is currently valuable. The same way that there is going to be a valuable individual from the intercourse if you do not pull out.
That person is gonna be your new liberal president.
Can I run an argument real quick?
Before you do, I just got to say I got to go.
Oh, you gotta go. Okay,
Yeah, I
Parker.
gotta go. It was good seeing everyone on the stream. Love y'all so much. Have a great night, everyone.
Everybody spam and show some love to Parker down below in that chat. Thanks for joining me, man. W's for Parker in the chat on TikTok.
Before I go, check out my YouTube channel, Parker. Good job. Love y'all.
Check
Bye.
out his YouTube channel over on YouTube. W's in the chat for Parker over there. And I actually just have one last argument I want to run by you.
Okay.
Phenomenal. So, in other words, you're saying that, yeah, like consciousness is what gives you the right to life, because a fetus will have consciousness in the future, will be conscious in the future. We should also just extend the right to life to the fetus now. Is that your argument?
My argument is that it's already there. It's a human. It's growing.
Okay, so your argument is that all humans have the right to life. So I have a question. Do you think I should go to jail for murder if I were to like kill a fucking zygote, a unicellular organism that happens to be a human?
Sorry, I got a call. Repeat that again.
Are you saying that all humans have the right to life?
Yeah.
Okay, would you say all humans have as much moral value as the next?
Moral value.
Would you say that all humans are just as valuable as each other?
They are, yeah. We all are. We all serve a purpose in life.
Okay, so interesting hypothetical. Just follow me along here. Would you rather kill one person to save 10 or kill 10 people to save one? If you had to choose.
If I really had to choose, I'll want to save 10.
Okay, so would you rather kill me to save 10 human zygotes, right? Unicellular organisms, or kill 10 human zygotes to save me?
Human. Oh, you?
You'd kill me or save me?
Kill you?
But the zygotes are one cell. They're unicellular organisms.
Okay, but there are 10 babies growing.
Oh my.
Lives.
Kill Trump to save 10 zygotes? Or save Trump to...
Yes.
Wait. Kill Trump to save 2 zygotes? Or kill 2 zygotes to save Trump?
So you take one and you save as many as you can.
Dude, you can't make this shit up. I'm so happy that we caught this on camera. Okay, I'm so happy that this is recorded on YouTube and this won't just disappear into the ether as soon as I disconnect this guest. You're
But
fucking crazy.
I'm not crazy because what you're saying is hypothetically. I mean, I'm not going to do any of that.
Okay, you want to talk about something that's actually not hypothetical at all? So, IUD, do you know what an IUD is?
Yes.
Okay, an IUD is a form of birth control that sometimes, right, can terminate the life of a just conceived human zygote by starving it, by not allowing it to implant into the uterine lining, okay? And let's say there's a woman with an IUD that knows this and just starts fucking, okay? One of these times, she's going to be responsible for that IUD killing a zygote, okay? Is she culpable for murder?
She's gonna, like, she knows that's gonna happen?
Yup, it's gonna kill that unicellular organism. Is she culpable for murder?
No, but no, like, to be serious, I know that you mentioned that a lot in other debates. How they know that an IUD do that?
Well, be knowledgeable about the functions of an IUD. I mean, hey, so we have close to 1,000 people over on YouTube, 6,000 people on TikTok. I want you to put a me in the chat right now if you are a woman with an IUD that is sexually active. Okay? Put a me in the chat if that is you, either over on YouTube or here on TikTok. Okay, we see like hundreds of people, okay, over on the TikTok stream, right? We see probably around 100 or so people over on the YouTube stream. There's probably a total of like thousands of individuals in here that are women with IUDs that are sexually active, okay? Every single one of these women now know with certainty, if they didn't know before, which they probably did, right, that IUD, right, carries a potency of killing a zygote, okay? So now put me in the chat if you're going to continue to be sexually active after being exposed to this information.
I don't know. I thought
all these people are going to be considered. All these people are still going to like continue to be sexually active. So I have a question. These thousands of women that you and I know with certainty are aware of the fact that IUD can and will kill zygotes that will continue to be sexually active. Will all of these individuals be culpable for fucking murder?
No.
Thank you. Thank you. What the hell? Ali K ASMR. What the fuck? Ali K. Oh no, and my camera's gone. Oh my god, the donation was so big my camera went off. Give me a second. Just give me a second. Oh my gosh. Dude. Ali K with the $100 donate. Wait, sorry, not even the 100. The $500 donation over on YouTube. Holy shit! That is ALLIIKAY ASMR. Shout out to Ali K down below in that chat, literally right now, with a $500 super chat. That is fucking insane. Jesus Christ. Thank you so much for the love. Everybody show them some love in the chat for at least the next 5 or 10 minutes. That is literally so incredibly thoughtful of you. If you're over on YouTube, go drop them a sub. Thank you so much. Back to you. You said that these women would not be culpable for murder, right?
No, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's not the same like what the IUD does, because you don't know that you're pregnant until like you're like 4 or 5 weeks after, right? So it's not the same like knowing that you're going to do something like that, you know, that there is a human there, then you don't even know when that's gonna happen with the IUD.
Sorry, I was just flipping you off. And thank you for the $5 super chat over on YouTube. So basically you're saying that you don't know. Okay, why is the camera going off again? Okay, maybe the battery is drained on the Elgato. That probably means that we need to end the YouTube live soon, which is super disheartening. I'm going to go try to turn it on one more time. My apologies, everybody over on YouTube.
An IUD prevents implantation, right? Without the implantation, you cannot.
The battery's fully charged. I don't know why it's doing that for everyone over on YouTube.
The baby has no potential, right?
Going back to what I was saying. Okay.
Oh, and let me ask you. So
No. I want to pick up where we left off.
prevents
No. I
implantation?
want to pick up where we left off. So essentially, you just said that it only carries like a certain potency of being conducive towards the outcome of a starved zygote that's dead. Okay. So I don't think the potentiality of an outcome occurring would mitigate one's culpability. And what I mean by that is, think about it this way. Okay. If I have like a 9mm, I pull it on my waistband, there's a door behind me right there, and I just go boom, 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 4 shots right through the door, and there's only a 10% chance that it's going to kill somebody on the other side, I'm gonna be just as culpable for murder as somebody that does it with certainty, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if there's a woman with an IUD and that woman knows that this IUD holds the potentiality of killing a just conceived zygote, and it does kill a just conceived zygote, is she going to be just as culpable for murder as somebody that does it with intentionality and certainty?
No.
Okay, so what's the difference between those two scenarios that makes me with a 9mm just as culpable for murder, even though there's only a 10% chance of me killing someone behind the door, compared to a woman being not culpable for murder because there's a lower chance of her killing that zygote?
Okay, so here's the thing. So the IUD prevents the implantation. Without implantation, you have no, like, it will not develop.
Okay, but it's a human before implantation. So all that you're telling me is that some human lives are not valuable.
Okay, before implantation, they're not viable, by the way. Yeah, that's the word.
So what's the difference between you drawing your line at implantation and me drawing my line at sentience? Is it difference that my line makes sense and it explains our intuitions, and we could actually use this principle of only attributing moral value to sentience to also explain why it's okay to pull the plug on brain dead individuals? Is that the only difference, that my line is seemingly more rational and yours is very trivial and arbitrary?
No, the thing is that if you're not implanted, you will not grow. You will not get what you need to grow. There is not a potential life there. But if you're already implanted, there is all the potential life in front of you to get to sentience, to be born, to be a person, to be somebody.
Okay, well, in the same way that you need to be implanted to have a future, you also need to be provided resources from the mother's body to have a future. So we could say that we don't even value zygote at implantation because it hasn't received resources from the mother's body. It's just a slippery slope argument, and we could continue to push that like down the line further and further and further. But I actually want to ask you another question.
Yeah.
Do you think that great victims should be able to access abortion?
No. Why are you gonna do two wrongs doesn't make it right?
Okay. All right. Well, don't worry. We have an argument for this too. Real quick, let's assume that you barely make enough money to live and you spend all of your money on food. Okay. And you buy just enough food to sustain your own life. And every single night, you leave your door unlocked and someone breaks in and steals half of your food. You could still live with them stealing half of your food, but your life quality is significantly diminished. Okay. And now you have the option to go to your front door at night and lock it, but you know if you lock that door, it'll prevent that individual from being able to steal your food and they will starve and die. Do you think that there's anything wrong that you did if you were to lock your door?
These arguments. Okay. No.
No, okay. So it is okay to evict somebody from being dependent upon your resources even if they die, correct?
Well, there is a thing that is called IUD
No.
prevents pregnancy, my friend.
Are you telling great victims that they should have been on abortion, you sick fuck? I'm not even fucking trolling with you. You despicable sick shit.
Hey, relax, because I didn't know that we were still talking about the pregnancy, the raping thing. Okay.
Okay. Well, specifically, sorry, that just going back to specifically
I've been nice.
About great victims specifically. Well, I don't care.
Oh, okay. So
if you said that the reason you think that great victims should be denied access to abortion is because they should have been on birth control, I wouldn't.
No. I didn't. I didn't say that.
So now just please answer the question. Are you saying that it's okay? One moment.
Okay.
Maybe like the camera that I'm using for YouTube is like overheating or something. For everybody watching the YouTube stream, I apologize that camera is like continually going out. To go back to what I was asking.
Okay.
Do you think it's okay to forcefully evict people, even if they have the right to life, from being dependent upon your resources, even if it kills them?
Okay. That is wrong. Of course not. Okay. So
then you'd say that it's wrong to lock your door at night and prevent the individual from stealing your food because all that you're doing is forcefully evicting them from being dependent on your resources, right?
I guess yes.
Okay, so then it's not wrong to forcefully evict people from being dependent on your resources, even if it kills them.
Sorry, I'm kind of lost now.
Okay, can we agree on the principle? It's not wrong, okay, to forcefully evict people from being dependent on your resources without your consent, even if it kills them.
It is not wrong.
Okay, so when a great victim gets an abortion, what are they doing? They're forcefully evicting a person or a fetus that is dependent upon their bodily resources to survive without their consent, even if it kills a fetus. So therefore, in accordance with the principle we've just both agreed to, it is not wrong for great victims to access abortion.
Well, great victims, that's a topic, that's a sensitive thing, yeah. I mean, I will put a line there because, yeah, that's not okay. But I mean, I don't think, like I said, that getting an abortion is the solution. You can give it up for adoption or do something else if you don't want to keep the baby.
Okay, well, due to the lack of a counter argument for any idea I've presented to you, I'm going to move on to the next guest.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Guys, if you're in that queue, guys, make sure that you voted for Trump. We're going to move on to our next guest. By the way, for everybody watching at home on YouTube, if you can tell from the last 30 minutes or so, we've had that Elgato capture card go out a few times. I think it's maybe because I've had that camera on and running for about 4 hours now. I think that it's just starting to overheat a little bit, so I do apologize if that continues to happen in quicker intervals. I will probably have to end this stream on YouTube, but I'll make sure that you guys know if I end up doing that. But let's move on to the next guest over here on TikTok. If anybody does want to support me, if you're watching that stream on TikTok, you could support me through the link tree in my bio, through my Venmo or PayPal.